My name is Sam. Please, listen completely to my story. I have a secret that I have held in my heart for many years. It is a secret that has brought me pain and joy, fear and hope, and I want to share it with you in the simplest words, so that you can feel every moment of my journey. I want you to sit down and listen, for this is a story of love, loss, and a deep truth that sometimes hides behind a brave smile. I grew up in a small town where everyone knew one another. My days were filled with laughter, running through green fields and gentle talks with kind neighbors. Yet as the sun set and the stars filled the sky, I would sit by my window and whisper my secret to the night. It was a secret about my heart, one that I was too afraid to tell even to my closest friends, kept it locked away inside me, hidden from the world. I remember one warm summer evening when I sat on the old wooden bench in my backyard. The air was soft and the night was calm. I looked at the moon and told it softly, "I have a secret and I am not sure how to share it." The moon shone back, as if it understood, its gentle light warming my lonely soul. One day, I met a friend named Lily. She had kind eyes and a smile that could light up the darkest of days. I trusted her more than anyone else. "Lily, I have something to tell you," I said one afternoon as we sat on a park bench under a large oak tree. I could see her eyes fill with concern, and she squeezed my hand gently. "I am here for you, Sam." "Tell me what is on your heart," she said in a soft voice. My secret was not easy to speak. It was a heavy truth that I had carried for so long. I began by telling her about the time when I was very small and felt very alone even in a busy world. I explained how sometimes I felt like a shadow, a silent presence that watched life go by without joining in. I told her that my secret was that I had felt different from everyone else, a deep sense of being an outsider in a crowd, even among my family and friends. Lily listened with great care. "Sam, I know it is hard to speak of these feelings. I want you to know that you are loved, and your secret does not make you less. It makes you real. It makes you human." Her words, like gentle raindrops on a parched land, washed away the layers of fear that I had built over the years. In that moment, I felt lighter, as if a small part of my secret was no longer mine alone to bear. I replied, "Thank you, Lily. I have kept this secret because I was scared that if I told anyone, I would lose everything. I was scared of being alone." She smiled and said, "We all have secrets, Sam. We all hide things that we fear might hurt us or push us away. Sometimes sharing our truth can be the very thing that heals our hearts." I walked away that day with a new hope inside me. I started to see that my secret was not a burden, but a part of who I was. It was the part of me that had felt deeply, that had loved silently, and that had always sought a way to express itself in a world that sometimes seemed too big and too loud. I began to write in a little notebook, jotting down my thoughts and feelings in simple words. I wrote about the times I felt lost, the moments when the sky seemed too heavy with unspoken dreams, and the nights when I sat alone with my thoughts. My words became a friend, a constant companion that listened without judgment. One evening, as the cool breeze whispered through the trees, I decided to tell my secret aloud to the world. I found a quiet corner in the town square where the stars shone like scattered diamonds in the dark. I stepped onto a small stage that had been set up for a local gathering. I took a deep breath and said, "My friends, please listen completely. I have a secret that I have kept inside me for so long. It is a secret of my heart, a secret of my soul." The crowd was silent, and I saw eyes full of curiosity and warmth. Continued, "I have often felt that I do not belong, that I am different, in a way that makes me feel alone. I have hidden this feeling because I was scared that if I showed it, I might lose the love of those around me." I paused, and then a soft voice from the crowd said, "You are brave for speaking your truth." I smiled, feeling the gentle power of that voice. I spoke of moments from my childhood, of the little joys that turned into big dreams. I spoke of my secret as a part of me that was both fragile and strong. I said I have learned that every secret, no matter how heavy it may feel, is a piece of our unique story. It is the part of us that teaches us about our own strength, about the love that can be hidden in even the quietest corners of our hearts. I could see many eyes glisten with tears and smiles of understanding. In that moment, I felt a bond form between me and everyone listening. It was as if we all shared a little piece of our souls with each other. After the speech, many people came up to me. Kind old man patted my shoulder and said, "Son, I too have had secrets in my heart. Your words have given me courage to speak mine." A young girl with bright eyes hugged me and whispered, "Thank you for telling your secret. I know it is okay to be who I am." Their simple acts of kindness filled me with a warmth I had never known before. I realized that sharing our deepest fears and secrets can lead to a great healing. A healing that touches every heart and brings us closer together. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. I continued to share my thoughts in small gatherings. In quiet moments, every time I spoke, I felt the heavy load in my heart lighten a bit more. I learned that my secret, the very thing that once made me feel different and isolated, was actually a source of strength and beauty. It was the part of me that allowed me to see the world with deep compassion, to love without fear, and to live with a heart that was open and true. Began to see that the secret I kept was a treasure, a gift that reminded me of every lesson I had learned on this journey of life. One cool autumn afternoon, I was sitting by a gentle stream. I met a wise man who looked at me with kind eyes. He said, "Sam, you have done well in sharing your secret. You've shown that true strength lies in the truth of our hearts. What you carry inside is not a burden, but a light that can guide others in the dark." Listened carefully as he continued. "Sometimes we hide our true selves because we fear rejection. But the truth is, when we let our light shine, we give others permission to do the same. You have shown the world that it is okay to be vulnerable and real." His words wrapped around me like a soft blanket, and I knew that my journey was one of love and courage. There were moments when the secret would return, sometimes as a quiet whisper in the wind, sometimes as a strong voice in my heart. I would sit quietly and remember the pain of my past, the lonely nights when I felt that my heart was too heavy to share with anyone. But then I remembered the faces of those who had listened, the eyes that shone with empathy, and the smiles that gave me strength. In those moments, I would speak to myself in a gentle tone. It is okay to be who you are. Every secret you hold is a part of your beautiful story. Do not hide it away, for it is your gift to the world. I repeated these words like a soft song, a lullaby that calmed the storm within me. One night I stood on the hill that overlooked our little town. The stars were bright, and the wind carried soft whispers from distant lands. I felt the cool air on my face and closed my eyes. I spoke aloud. I keep this secret not to hide my pain, but to remind myself of my strength. I keep it because it has made me who I am today. In that moment, I felt a deep connection to the universe, as if every star in the sky knew my truth. And it was shining just for me. I could hear the soft murmurs of the night, and it felt as if nature itself was speaking in a language of love and understanding. I began to write letters to my younger self, and letters filled with gentle advice and warm memories. I wrote about the days when I was scared to laugh too loud or to love too deeply for fear of breaking. I wrote about how each tear I shed had watered the seeds of hope inside me. I wrote, "Dear little Sam, know that every secret you hold is a part of your beautiful soul. One day you will find the courage to let your light shine, and you will see that your truth can heal many hearts." Yes. As I wrote, I felt the weight of my secret begin to transform. It was no longer a hidden pain, but a soft, warm light that grew stronger with every word. Sometimes I would sit by the riverside and talk to the flowing water. "Tell me, dear water," I would say, "how do you carry the secrets of the earth so gracefully?" The water would ripple softly as if replying, "I do not hide my nature, for every drop is a part of the great ocean of life." In that moment, I learned that our secrets are like water. They are a part of us, and when we let them flow, they bring life and healing. I began to see that my secret was not something to be ashamed of, but a piece of the mosaic that made me unique. I recall a day when the sky was overcast and the rain fell like gentle tears from the heavens. I met a young man named Eric who seemed to carry his own burden in his eyes. We sat together under a small awning as the rain played a soft tune. The roof above. "Sam," he said softly, "I feel you carry something deep inside. I have my own secret, a pain that I do not speak of often. I see in you a light that does not hide behind silence." I looked at Eric and saw a mirror of my own struggles. I replied, "Eric, my secret has been my companion for many years. I once thought it was a curse, but now I see it as a gift that teaches me to be brave and kind. Nodded, and we talked for hours about the little things in life, the smell of rain, the sound of laughter in the distance, and the hope that comes with every new day. That conversation made me understand that sharing our secrets, our fears, and our hopes can be a bridge that connects lonely hearts over time. I learned to speak about my secret without fear, held small gatherings in my home where friends, neighbors, and even strangers came to share their own hidden truths. In these warm circles of trust, we spoke of our dreams and our sorrows. Every shared secret became a thread that wove us together in a tapestry of hope and compassion. Your secret is safe here, I would say to anyone who hesitated, because we all carry something inside that makes us who we are. In those moments I saw that our hearts were like gardens, each with its own hidden beauty, waiting for the light of understanding to help it bloom. One special evening, as the sunset painted the sky with soft shades of pink and orange, I gathered a small group of dear friends by a large oak tree in the park. I stood in the middle, my heart beating fast, and began to speak with a clear voice that echoed through the quiet air. My friends, I said, I have a secret that I have kept close to my heart for many years. I was scared to show it, scared that if I did, I might lose the love I so dearly cherished. But today I stand before you not as a person with a burden, but as a person with a gift. I paused and looked at each face, searching for understanding. I keep this secret because it has made me strong. It has taught me to see the beauty in every moment, to feel every emotion deeply, and to love without fear. There was silence, a quiet that spoke louder than words. Then one by one, people began to speak, sharing their own quiet truths, their own hidden parts. In that circle of sharing, I saw tears of relief, smiles of hope, and a deep connection that warmed every heart. I have learned that the secret I keep is not a mark of weakness, but a sign of my strength. It is a reminder that even in our darkest moments there is a light that guides us, a light that comes from within when we dare to be true. I have seen that when we open our hearts, when we speak our truth, we invite others to do the same. Create a world where every secret, no matter how small or heavy, is met with love and care. And in that world, we all learn that we are never truly alone. There are times when I still feel the chill of my secret in the quiet hours of the night. I lie awake and wonder if I have shared enough, if my words have reached the hearts of those who need them most. But then I remembered the gentle nods of understanding, the soft whispers of gratitude, and the smiles that say, I feel you. And I know that every word I speak, every tear I shed, and every secret I share is a step toward a better tomorrow. Tomorrow, where love conquers fear, and every heart is free to be itself. I stand here now, under the endless sky, with a heart that is full of memories, lessons, and dreams. I speak to you, dear listener, with a voice that is steady and true. I say, do not be afraid to share your secret. Do not hide behind walls of silence. For in the sharing you will find a strength that comes from knowing you are loved. You'll find that your secret is a part of you, a part that makes you wonderfully, beautifully human. My words may be simple, but they carry the weight of many years, many moments of doubt, and many moments of quiet hope. As I tell you this story, I feel a deep and abiding gratitude for every person who has listened, every soul that is shared. In the light of truth, my secret has become a bridge between hearts. It is a testament to the idea that love grows when we are honest with ourselves and with each other. I believe that every secret has a purpose. It teaches us about our own courage, about our capacity for empathy, and about the deep, unending power of human connection.